Okay, so I have done MS in statistics. Okay, so I am in this analytical industry around 6-7 years, and I have worked in SAS from the beginning only, and I worked in SAS Base, Advanced, SAS E Minor, SAS EG, SAS Marketing Automation, SAS BI. Okay. And I have done the certification in Base, SAS, Advanced SAS, and SAS E Minor, and SAS BI also. So presently I working in a product-based company, and previously I worked for different domains like banking, telecom, as well as retail. Okay. So earlier I worked as a trainer also for some time. So this is about my experience. Okay.
Okay. Good, Gouda.
I think Hemant don't have a headphone, so.
Yeah, Hemant also got a little basic stats background. So first of all, is it mandatory to have stats background from student side, or is it not necessary? Will you be covering from basic stats onwards, right?
Yeah, but if he knows the basic like what is mean, what is median, all that, that will be good.
Okay. So
We are covering that.
okay. So even though the student doesn't have stats background, you will be covering that, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah. So what's his background, like B or what
He's
is that?
from graduate BE, but he got a stats background in his intermediate, I guess.
Okay. So presently he is working or he
Yeah,
is.
he's working in SAS base now.
Okay.
Okay, you can proceed,
So
Gouda.
yeah. So as already he is working in SAS, so he knows what is the advantage of using SAS E minor rather going for other SAS tools. So the
I don't
advantage
think he
is,
got an idea actually. Okay, so it is better you can start from scratch itself.
in SAS you have several products, like you have a base SAS, you have SAS Stat, you have SAS OR. Okay, so there will be the different products. If you want to do any statistical analysis in programming, so you will go for the base SAS. There you will use base SAS, as well as there is a model called SAS statistics. Okay, there you will use all the statistical techniques like correlation, regression, okay, all that things. So you can do in base SAS, that is SAS stat. Okay, the same thing you can do in SAS enterprise guide also. Okay, so enterprise guide, it's a one more tool which has a GUI. Okay, so just you can drag and drop, so you can use that. The advantage of in E minor is that, so you have a lot of statistical techniques and the performance is higher compared to that base SAS as well as SAS EG. Okay, because while building a statistical model, the data size is high. Okay, so once the data size is high, it will take a time in the enterprise guide or SAS stat to run a particular model. To overcome that, so we are going for SAS E minor.
Okay.
Okay, so here also what you have is you
One
have.
question here, Gouda. So whatever we can do with enterprise manner, can we do everything with enterprise guide as well?
Not all the things. So you can do decision tree, neural network, model comparisons in the SAS E minor. Okay. So that cannot be done using SAS enterprise guide.
Okay.
Okay. So these are the techniques mostly used in the market, like
Okay.
decision tree, neural network, market basket analysis, model comparisons. So these are mostly used.
Okay.
So that we cannot do in the SAS enterprise guide. Okay. So that's fine, right? That's clear.
Yeah, that's
Why we are going for an enterprise miner tool.
correct.
And next, when it comes to analytics, so now there is a trend. So whatever you want to take a decision, so that decision will be based on the data. Okay, so it may be a banking or it may be a telecom, any domain. So if I say banking, so they want, say you want to target the customer. So how you target? So earlier they used to just do a business rules and they used to target it. But nowadays what happening is they want to target by using a statistical technique. Okay, so that's why the analytics field is getting more value. Okay. Not only banking, you take a retail, you take a telecom. So all this happening through a statistical method. Okay, so that method can be anything like regression, logistic regression, decision trees, all that. So that's how the analytics field is now getting boomed. Okay.
Okay.
So now what we are covering in SAS E-miner is, as it's all covering into statistics, so we are not touching the data part. Okay, that means the data part is already done. That means my data is ready for the statistical analysis.
So
Okay.
what you mean by this is your ETL is complete, right?
Right. So ETL is completed. My data is ready for my modeling purpose.
Okay.
Okay. So from there we will continue. Like basic EDA, like the basic analysis, like univariate of each variables. So is there any outlier? So all that we will check. Then we will decide which technique need to be used based on the data.
Mm-hmm.
So once we have decided which technique need to be used, then we use in the SAS E-miner.
Okay.
Okay. So here also what happens is, here it comes your data source in the SAS E-miner. Okay. That means you need to define your data source. So you may be having a multiple data source. Data source is nothing but your data file. Okay, it may be a SAS data set or it may be a different data source. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So you need to define that. Okay, defining that you can define by using a library. Okay, so library is what? It's collection of your data files. Okay, so in SAS term it's collection of your data sets. So data set is nothing but your collection of data. Okay, so we create a library, then we take a data from there. Okay, so from there we do a univariate analysis of each variable so that we can see the missing values, outliers, all that. Once we have done that, then we will go for the modeling. Again, in the modeling I said we are covering linear regression, logistic regression, market basket analysis, segmentation, decision trees, and neural network. And there is one more technique called variable reduction. So these are the techniques which we are covering in our course. Okay.
Okay. So before we actually go in details about modeling, what is a model?
Mhm. A model is an equation. Okay. Say you are suppose you want to go for a loan. Okay. So that giving a loan is based on your transaction history or your credit scoring, all that, right?
Correct.
So that will be given as a one equation.
Okay. It is kind of a rule, right?
Okay.
Rule.
It's kind of a rule, but you will give us some weightage. Okay, weightage of the variables and which are variables are effective in that model. Say all the variables are not considered into a model, right?
Yeah.
So there will be a lot of variables. So we will take variables which are affecting your that final outcome. Okay, that's clear.
Yeah.
So basically it's an equation.
Okay.
Any other question?
Oh no, not as of now. You can go ahead.
Okay. Yeah. So what we will do is we have a material for this course. So we will be giving that one. So which has all the details of each technique. Say when we say regression or correlation, for that we have all the explanation for that. Okay. And for that we have data also, so that we can do the exercise also.
Okay, so you got source tables as well?
Right.
Okay.
So whatever the techniques we are using and whatever exercise we are doing, so we have a data source. For case study also we have a data source.
Okay.
Hello?
Yeah, I am here. Good.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. So this book is, and one more thing is, if I think he is basically working in SAS, I will tell one more thing. So there will be a certifications in the SAS.
Mm-hmm.
So there will be base SAS certification, there will be advanced SAS. Like that you have a SAS Enterprise Minor certification.
Okay.
Okay. So for that, whatever we are covering, that is enough. So once he is done with this, so he can go and write the exam.
Okay.
Okay. That will be online, and it's not like base and advanced SAS. So for E minor, you need to perform the exercises there.
Oh.
They will give SAS E minor, okay, and they will give a data set like data source. So you need to do the analysis there only.
Oh. Okay.
Okay, so that's how the E minor certification works.
Okay.
Okay.
And okay. You will be covering the corresponding SAS analytics also, right?
Uh, Sorry.
You will be covering corresponding SAS codes also, SAS coding also. Initially, you will cover SAS base
Um,
codes, and then you will take them through enterprise minor as well, right?
Actually, we have a two course. That's SAS predictive modeling only. One is predictive modeling using SAS and SPSS, and one more using predictive modeling using enterprise minor.
Mm-hmm.
So one is which we covering SAS code, which is SAS stat and SPSS.
Okay.
The another one is using SAS enterprise minor, because it's a GUI. Okay, here the code is not required for this.
Mm-hmm.
It's like how you use the ETL DI Studio. So same way we are using SAS enterprise minor. It's just like drag and drop. Okay, so no need to
Yeah.
write a code in this. So you have an option to write a code in the SAS enterprise minor only.
Okay.
But directly we drag and drop the nodes, okay, and we build a model.
Okay.
Okay. And once we build a model, at the end you will get a SAS code there. You can
Ah.
export into a SAS code.
Okay.
Okay. That's clear?
Yeah.
So this is a book which I am telling about. So applied analytics using SAS enterprise minor. Okay. So which has all the information. So basically how you create a library, okay, how you create a data source. Then after that, how you do a EDA. EDA means exploratory data analysis, which is nothing but you are calculating the univariate analysis.
Okay.
Okay, so you have how to define data source. Okay, so creating a training and validation data set, decision tree. Then we have a missing value imputation. Okay, so again,
Okay.
missing value imputation, how you would there will be different methods in that. Okay, so all that will be covered.
So one question here, will you be showing end-to-end implementation of a model?
Yes, right.
Okay.
So if I take a data set, so there will be steps. So first you will do EDA, that is exploratory data analysis. Okay, then you will do, if you have a missing values, then you will do a missing value imputation. Okay, in the missing value imputation, again you have a different methods that we will cover. Next, if you have outlier, there will be different techniques what need to be done for the outlier. Okay, so once these both are ready, then we will go for the model. Again, before going for the model, what we do, we divide the data sets. We divide into 2 or 3 parts, like training and validation. Okay, so model and validation, or test also you can do. So you need to divide the data set. So once you divide the data set, build a model on the one data set and validate the model on the another data set. Okay, so like that, if you build several models, you can compare the models using a comparison, model comparison node in the SAS E miner.
Okay.
So you built several models, okay, say 5-6 models, and you want to select the best one. Then we will go for model comparison.
Okay.
So we will compare the model which is the good one. So then we can take up the model which is performing good.
Okay.
So that's clear?
Yeah.
Okay. So here I will show you, there will be already, I have a data sets here. Okay.
So will you
I have a case studies
one
also.
question here, Gauda. Will you be providing the material which you shown just now?
Right, right.
And also the source data.
Yeah,
Okay.
right. So any doubt regarding the this course? As I told, for E minor, for the practice purpose, I think Hemant can access our systems.
Sorry?
For practice purpose,
Mm-hmm.
Hemant can access our systems.
Yeah, how come he access your systems?
We can give access here, right, for controlling the my system.
Using TeamViewer?
TeamViewer we can give it.
Will you?
So once we have done the class,
Mm-hmm.
then what we will do, we will give a TeamViewer access to him so that he can do exercise.
It is better if you can provide this material to him because he can practice offline and get you the questions.
Yeah, material I can give you, but whatever the data you have, you need to drag into your SAS E-miner, right? So that exercise I'm telling.
Yeah,
He has SAS E-miner.
Oh no, once he has SAS E-miner, okay, that's what I'm telling.
Then then he can do the offline also.
Okay, so you will provide everything, whatever you show in the session, as well as for case studies, right?
Right.
Okay,
Right.
got it. Yeah, you can proceed. And one more question here. Do you cover something called SAS Rapid Modeler?
E-miner. No, rapid modeler, no. This is actually now the SAS version is I think earlier it was 12.1, now 9.4 came, so it's a different version. SAS E minor 12.1. There will be again there will be a tool like Rapid Miner and Model Manager. So there are different products in SAS.
Mm-hmm.
So this is a one. So in the certification you don't have that. Okay, so no need to worry.
Okay.
She is going for cert.
It's not about certification. Okay, he need it as far as concept is concerned. I guess rapid modeler.
Rapid. No, we are not covering that.
Okay.
Hmm? So this is a whole course structure.
So if you just go down the PDF, okay, he saw somewhere
Mm-hmm.
SAS rapid modeler topic.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one.
It's a node. It's
Oh,
not a tool. Like
okay.
a regression and other things. It's a node.
Oh, okay. So will you
So there is
use that node in the session?
what you see. Yeah, that will do.
That's what
There is
he's
again
expecting, I guess.
as I told. Okay, because there is a one more like a separate tool also.
Okay.
So there you have a rapid modeler as well as you have a model manager.
Okay. Got it. So are you done with the course content, Gouda?
Yeah, yeah.
So you want me to share that enterprise miner?
Yeah.
So do you have enterprise miner on your machine, Gouda?
Um, in this system, I don't have. I need to connect to server, so I need to start the services in my lab institute system. So
Okay, so you
I
have that
haven't
on your
started the
institute, right?
services in that.
So while
Right?
taking
Yeah.
the session, you will uh, take it from institute because you got
Yeah.
software over there, right?
Right. Right. Because
Okay.
I need to start the services for all that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Uh, what you can do is you can actually request keyboard and mouse from me. Just right click on my name. Do you see that?
Okay.
So it is enterprise miner workstation, right?
Yeah.
So can you take over the keyboard and mouse connection?
Okay. So this is a window once if you open a SAS eMiner. Okay. So it starts with a new project. Okay. So project means which has your all the data sources, your all the models. Okay. So everything in that project.
Okay.
So if you have already project, then open a project. If it's not, then we'll click on the a new project.
Mm-hmm.
Once we click on the new project, then give a project name. Okay.
Okay.
So I'll just give a demo class. So next click on the server directory.
You can store it there itself, no problem.
Okay. So then there's
No, it's not shown, right? Path is not shown. You have to select that, I guess. Click on open. Yeah.
okay. So once you finish, that project will be created. So once you open the project, so this is the thing. So you have here data source, you have a diagram, you have a model package. So in the data source, you can define the data sources.
Okay.
So in the diagram, you can do all your statistical steps in the diagram. Okay. So model package is nothing but you can export your all the model or all the your project into a package. So you can use for the scoring or different purposes. Okay.
One question here. So models, will they be created on diagrams or model packages?
Right, right. So in the data source, you define your data files. Okay. So in the diagrams, so I will click on that. So create a new diagram. Okay. So I will give some name. So this diagram will appear. So there is a method called here sample, explore, modify, model and assess. So this whole thing called as a SEMMA. Okay, SEMMA, SEMMA.
Okay.
So S means sample, E means explore, M means modify, M means model, A means assess. Okay.
Okay.
So again, other things will be optional, like you have a credit scoring, you have time series, and you might be have your text mining as well. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So that will be there, the additional part. And we use utility also. There you have a model comparison. Okay. So node point, all that you have in the utility. So what we do is, once we have a data source, we will drag that data source here, and next say you want to partition the data, then what we do, we just drag here. Okay. So we define how much the data we want to partition.
Okay. So can you drag and drop the
Same
data
way,
source as well?
right. I think we don't have a data source. For that we need to create a data source. Do you have any data?
No. So which data you are expecting? You are expecting
Any data, any just raw data.
yeah. I guess.
You have, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So for that, what we need to do is just click on a file, new, a library.
Okay.
So first we create a library, then we pull the data.
Okay.
So create a library.
So without actually creating a library, can't we pull the data?
If you have dataset, SAS dataset, then we can pull it.
Oh, okay. I
So
think
this
we
is the
had.
best way, because once you create a library,
Okay.
so automatically if you open a project, that will be there.
Okay.
So your name,
Yeah.
so browse, so whichever the location you have, it's a base sense.
Okay.
So just give the location. Yeah, we have that sales, that one.
Which one?
That Warrior Star was okay. That's fine.
This one.
Any data set. Sales analysis, last one.
Okay.
There only.
So this is the one which you use generally. Uh-huh. So you don't need dataset name, right? Okay. Next.
So yeah, next. Yeah. So the library is created. Next is, so create a data source.
Where can we see that library?
Yeah, you can see here now.
Oh.
So once I create I click on the data source. So new data source. So then it comes. We select a SAS table.
Okay.
Okay, so you have a SAS table here.
So is it mandatory to use only SAS tables? No, right?
Right. It's SAS table only.
Only.
That's why I said ETL. You are already, the ETL part is done. So data is
Ah,
ready.
but the load can be done to data warehouse. The data warehouse can be on any database, right?
Yeah, yes, that you can do. Connectivity you can do it.
But the raw data set should be in SAS. That's what you are telling?
Right, right. So next, browse. So whatever the library we created,
Okay.
just click on that. So open the data. So click on OK. So it will give some information, how many rows it has, how many variables. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So here you can change the role of the each variable also. Okay.
Okay.
So that we will see the later part.
Okay.
So what it does, it generates a metadata of this data table.
Okay.
So again, so each variable has a row as well as level. Like it can be a nominal, or it can be a ID, or it can be an interval variable. Okay. So
Okay.
that comes in the your variable types, like data type.
Okay.
Okay. So that we will discuss, like what are the data types,
Mm-hmm.
what is mean by nominal, what is mean by interval.
Okay.
So you need to select all that. So you can generate a basic statistics by clicking here. Okay. So you
Okay.
have here mining, basic, on that, right? So if we click on that, automatically it will generate a basic statistics. Okay. So once you have a basic there, just it's the information about the each variable.
Okay. Okay.
So click next. We don't want to a sample, so no. It's a raw data set. it will give overall information, how many interval variable, how many
Okay.
nominal variable.
Okay.
So once you have done that, the data source is appearing here.
Okay.
So once it's appearing, just drag that into your diagram.
Mm-hmm.
So these are the variables. Yeah. So once it's done, then you want to do a data partition. So what you do, you just connect that node to a data partition.
Okay.
Okay. Same way you want to do a basic analysis. Then okay, there is some graph graph explorer. So it's for basic each variable understanding. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So just drag drop here. Next, edit variables. So which are all variables, you can change all that. Okay, so just
Mm-hmm.
we can see that one. Okay, so you can change variable, all that, which variable only want a report, which variable only want a graph, all that you can select that.
Okay.
You have a ID variable, right? Customer ID is ID, right? So that.
Mm-hmm.
So once the data is right, then it will come a arrow mark. You can see in the green color. That means it's running successfully. So results.
So what did we do
Basic
actually?
info. So basically you can do graph explore, means each variable it's represented in a graph.
Okay. It is not a graph, right? It is just a table kind of thing.
Yeah, yeah. So once you have that, then
Okay.
you can use a plot.
Oh, oh.
So there will be a different methods. So as we have seen in the starting only, you can do a basic statistics. There was a one more option called explore.
Okay.
Okay. So there also you can put a charts
Okay.
directly. Okay. So this is a one more method.
Okay.
So which one you want on that? Okay.
Okay.
So the same way, what we do is once the data is all is your outlier missing value is done, then you can go for the model. So there you have different statistical models. So you can select based on your data type.
Okay.
Okay. So any doubt?
Can you show the code that is auto-generated?
Okay. So here, so just you have seen the output, right?
Hmm.
Results. So there only in the bottom it has a SAS code. Do you have? Okay. Export as a SAS program you have. That's results. Where is? So you have a log here only. Okay.
Okay. Is it a log?
Usually, so no, not this one. So usually here its output, here only once you have a model, right, it will generate a SAS code here only.
Okay.
Here you can see. So here is a log.
So using export SAS code, you can export it as a
Yeah,
SAS script.
SAS code. Right.
Okay.
So there is a method like you can export as a SAS program, you can export as a XML file.
hmm So once you have multiple models, you can compare those models.
Yeah, that we can do. So that in the diagram. So like this data partition, what we do, we build a model. Okay.
hmm
So say this is decision tree. So what we do, data partition done, then so I do all the, I will modify something in this decision tree.
Okay.
Okay. I will modify another variable in the another decision tree.
Okay.
So with the same data set, for the different variable I will give a different treatments.
Okay.
So this is just an example. Okay. So
hmm
you can do a decision tree, different methods. You have all that nodes, right?
Okay.
So we can use all of them. So once you have done that, so I want to compare these results, these two results, which one is good.
Okay.
Then you have some model comparison, right? SAS.
The
Can you
previous one.
drag that
Yeah,
model
that one only.
comparison? Yeah. Yeah. So you have a model comparison, so you can just drag that. So you can select a multiple models
Okay.
and you can compare the model and it will show a result in the comparison. And so later part it comes to scoring. Okay. So
Okay.
whenever you build a statistical model, then later part it will come for the scoring.
Okay.
So you can connect this node to a scoring node and different data set, then automatically you will get a scored data set.
Okay.
Okay. So that also we do.
Okay.
So that's clear, right? How it works?
Yeah,
Is there any doubt?
that's clear.
Yeah.
So you will be covering the entire stuff, whatever you mentioned in the document, right?
Right.
Okay.
So basically it has all the things, most of them which are
hmm
there in that email, right?
Yeah.